Hi guys, Tempest here. This time we'll be reviewing format libraries Exciton Elimination 18 finals match. Exciton Elimination tournaments are always double elimination and games are played one after another. This tournament took place in April 2025 and had 18 players. To win it you had to play from 5 to 7 games and you could only lose one. External elimination can get really tiring since you sometimes have to play for 6 hours without a break, and you may wait for about 2 hours for other players from losers bracket to finish playing until you are appointed an opponent. I was playing against Propkers 2K10, who goes by his Big Burt nickname on Discord. I was playing another personal brew of mine, Evol Artifact Traptrix, that I played here for the first time. I would change some choices in my build, but I certainly wouldn't play any more evil monsters because they're really a reflection of a bygone era. For you to not hinder your deck too much, you should really just play Lagosuchos and Ceratos along with Evo Singularity, of course. Um, But if you want to have fun and play the more true version, all the power to you. Anyway, this was my third match against Burt in this tournament, so whoever wins here wins the entire tournament. I won in the winner's bracket first, then he defeated every opponent in the loser's bracket, won against me, and here we are. Let's go to the match. Burt opted to start and didn't open the combo. He's playing Hieratic Rulers, as we can see. He upstarts, sets MST, and passes. We opened Cerato once again. I think we opened 8, if not more, Ceratos this tournament and 0 Lagosuchos. The Evil engine really wasn't doing anything this tournament, if I'm honest. And here Evol's Cerato is really almost a -1 since he's just a vanilla. And we would actually need to have another to make a meaningful XYZ, and even then Lagosuchos in the deck wouldn't be able to dump anything. In any case, we duality here, we choose Maxi rather than duality because we will be pushing for some damage with Cerato, which will open his Tefnuit place as well, so most likely Maxi will get us a 1-for-1 at least, and then we'll be able to kill this vanilla, probably, that will be standing with 0 defense. Yeah, I agree with that we should pick Maxi rather than another duality. We attack, we set all 4, Lance prevents his Wing Bit, if he actually doesn't play Wing Bit in main deck, I think, but still, it's a good set. And the correct play from Burt here is to blind MST, because even if he hits Sanctum, we won't be able to pop anything along with it. He top decks a Hieratic and he'll get going now. He special summons Tefnuit. We of course don't Maxi preemptively, it's just a -1, he would just end because we don't really apply any pressure with this deck. We'll use Maxi always in chain to Hieratic Dragon's effect in the graveyard, which happens exactly now. He special summoned this Neftet. I really don't like Neftet in Hieratics. I don't think it's needed. It doesn't have that much synergy because now he gets to level 6. He can only make Star Eater, which isn't that good in almost any matchup. And yeah, now he will just attack and pass. He can't really do much with Neftet. He could try Tribute Summon both of them, that's true. So yeah, this Maxi wasn't all that good, to be honest. Not that we could have done anything differently. And he'll just apply pressure with 2000 body. He will set 1 lens, probably, not 2. 1 is enough, because we cannot make 2 bodies that would destroy Neftet, so 1 lens is doing its job just as much. We drew Sanctum, and which is a great draw, and Soul Charge, which is not yet of any use. So he could here just attack, and that's exactly why I left it. Really, I don't think it's doing much. He chose to tribute summon Redox. And he'll probably go. Yeah, this is the correct play, actually. He will go for a tuner level 1 to make Synchro, then summon maybe both Dragon Rulers once again. He has Skill Drain plus 2 Lances, so yeah, that's... First you should make Stardust. And because Stardust is the biggest threat to our deck, we'll have to use Sanctum here. We should destroy this guard here rather than Redox. We can run over Redox in attack. Also, if we keep guard and he has another Dragon Ruler amongst these 3 cards we don't know of, he will make Stardust again, so for sure it's correct to destroy guard. Tempest comes down, he will probably just attack first. We do play Lances, so but he has 2, so he will win this battle in any case. I would make Dracossack here, correct. Make tokens, pop something. Because even if Dracossack dies, it's a wind in the graveyard. Also, he has 2 lances, so it most likely won't die. Also, yes, you can just summon Tempest next turn as well. And leaving Redox in attack with 1600, it's a lot of things can run over it. Okay, this was surely a misplay. We don't actually play hands in game 1, but still, you should use them for Dracossack here. But we, fortunately for Burt, don't top deck anything. This does 4000 damage, so we'll have to protect here with Moral Attack and hope for a top deck monster, either a level 5 or level 4. We'll use Book as protection against Tempest, who runs over both. In end phase, or at least before end phase, he'll use Soul Drain, so they stay here. He top decks Reasoning, another card I don't really like in Hieratics, because the opponent will just say 6, you will mill some spells and traps, and then hit a level 6, and you'll just get another body, and basically a -1. This is exactly what happens, and would happen most of the time. He attacks over Moral Attack. We choose not to protect, because we hope at least the Serato will survive. Yeah, Lance comes down. He clears both guys, which is correct for him. Still doesn't make... now it's not good to make Dracossack anymore under skill drain. We know he plays MSTs, so we set Moral, clogging or back row, but we hope he might blind MST now. He doesn't, because he doesn't have it. Yeah, attacking with all 3 is game here. We kept this torrential tribute for his soul charge plays, which was also correct till now, when you'll have to use it, of course. He doesn't have to use this lance on anything, I think. He'll just summon Tempest back, and 2 attacks from Tempest is game. Actually, he could summon Redox as well, do 4000 and make something, or maybe even not. This puts him on 0 dragons in graveyard, but also would put us to 200 life points, which means Warning would be dead, Soul Charge would be dead. So we'll have to protect here with Fiendish Chain. We really want... Yeah, it's correct to protect. So he'll at least have to XYZ now. He chooses to do damage here and weighs this lance, which is okay. Now again, our soul charges and warning is dead. And he passes. He'll make Dracossack next turn. If need be, he will summon Tempest again and attack. So Tempest is being Fiendish chained, so Mirror Melia will take Redox. Book of Moon will prevent us getting killed. He summons normal summons the Fnuit, will Book of Moon him. Yeah, not much we can top deck. This breakthrough skill is being dead, unusable. Moral Tech cannot, is doing nothing. Fiendish Chain is without its target. Even if we clear this Tefnuit, he'll just summon Tempest. Sanctum. Okay. And Shrine comes down, which is game. Okay, so we scoop. Yeah, a really horrendous opening for us. Meant it was an uphill battle, very uphill battle. We most likely won't win. But let's see what game 2 brings us. This time we opened good, although Evo cards are still doing nothing unless we get to Lagosutra first. We'll summon Myrmelia at bottomless set 4. We also set Singularity here because Lagosutra from top deck, we send Serato, we can crash into something in attack position and then it'll be immediately live. So it's just one card from being live. In previous game we had Lance against Wingbit. Now we have Sanctum. Burt's hand this time isn't great again. And we also have 2 hand traps for him. He hopes Dragon Shrine and Soul Charge will do enough, so he sends, of course, Labradorite and Su, the correct 2 options. He'll now Soul Charge. We could Crow Su here, so he'd only be left with Labradorite. But we actually want him to summon at least an XYZ, or use Su's effect and summon even more normal monsters. So we let him summon both. And he summons Su to attack, which is to defense, which is not correct. Even with Fire Hand, we cannot clear both. So even if you have Moral Tech as well, Moral Tech can only clear one of them because one has too big of a defense, one has too high of an attack. But yeah, he will now summon Corseska, and this threatens us with Black Rose. So we'll have to use Sanctum here. Among these 3 we'll destroy Su, so he's left with 2 tuners, one being in attack. And he passes. He cannot really do anything. And we need to top deck to destroy this Labradorite. We don't, we attack, we set warning. Actually, before, when he tried to make Black Rose, we would draw to 4 with Max C. Everything would die. We could let that happen, and he would be left with only 3 not good cards, so 2 assets and Labradorite, and we would have 4. So actually leaving Black Rose go through would actually be an option, but we still decided not to try our luck because we don't know what we'll be top decking. So just preventing was the better choice still. Okay, without an artifact or level 2, we still cannot destroy Labradorite, as we said. and also because there's nothing that can kill Mir in defense and wouldn't be able to kill her in attack, so we put her to defense to prevent any damage. Burt top decks another Soul Charge, and we'll now try to bait some back row. Asset will try to get to level 6. Also, it's correct that he shouldn't be sitting on this Labradorite because either level 4 or level 5 will push through. We can make Black Ship of Corn on Everkind Gorgon. So he has to make some plays and not wait any longer because he's not that high on life points. He makes a tomb. We could warning, but warning is reserved for Soul Charge. Bottomless is reserved for Dragon Ruler in hand. So we'd really like to use this Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare. So it's a bit risky of a play, but we don't use Bottomless and he still uses the effect. We'll now, of course, Traptrix. He knows we added Bottomless with Mir, so it probably wasn't correct to use a tomb here. He should just attack. But he wants to make a grand Soul Charge play. Although against Bottomless, he really can't. He can only summon. He'll be left with only one Labradorite or something. He again summons Sue and Labradorite. And will warning because you can't get rid of any of those. He'll have to pass. Any monster here, any level 4 or 5 is game. We attack, and now we don't set this second singularity, it's not worth it. Also, if he had another Tefnuit here, we would just bottomless him if he had any additional plays. That's why we kept bottomless. Yeah, he really can't do anything due to this bottomless he knows of. So he summons Asset, goes for Su. We'll just use bottomless on him. And knowing this is Labradorite, now it's game. He hopes, we don't know, Labradorite has 0 defense. But we do, we summon DUEA, we attack and it's game. So game 3. Going second against Hieratic can be bothersome, but with Tefnuit being dead, there are not that many opening hands that can get to an ugly board. We'll see. Burt opened Soul Charge, Convocation, and Shrine, which would get ugly had we not drawn this Maxi. And it seems also we decided to switch Evols for hands, since going second hands are still a bit better than Evols. He dumps 2, makes a Soul Charge play, we activate Maxi. Here passing is the correct play, and of course summoning Su in attack. Also, you shouldn't be bothered activating Convocation yet, but you should see what you're playing with using Upstart Goblin. So that's it for Burt. Okay, here we have Book for Wingbit. We have Horn for extra deck plays and also Su. We already have Maxi. We'll also have Sanctum for also extra deck threats. Before using Duality, we could actually summon Firehand, crash into Su, so it won't destroy any of our back row, but we opted to not do that. We'll most likely set Firehand, and regarding back row, we could also set Sanctum, only Sanctum this turn. He most likely wouldn't even use Su's effect, because then we would chain Sanctum, summon Moral Tech, and pop 2 cards. And we would keep those two for next turn. We'd still, if he tried to push, but we would still have Maxi, but he couldn't do 9,000 points of damage because he would still have a normal monster body. Anyway, we try our luck here. Also, we can use Sanctum preemptively. Maybe we're tired. I don't know why we set all three. We really shouldn't, I think. And he targets exactly Sanctum, which is really unfortunate for Burt. This will clear both of two guys. Tefnoid is mandatory, so it goes on Chainlink 1, so we won't be able to destroy whatever gets summoned off of Tefnoid. Moral and Sanctum will clear the current field presence. Yeah, he's under Maxi now, and he will just set and hopes we won't do too much damage, because he would like to use Soul Charge next turn. Yeah, this DUEA also, I remember this tournament. DUEA and Mir really weren't understanding each other, and we drew a lot more DUEAs before we got to Mirmelio. So here we cannot do a lot of damage. We have two options, either to attack the set with Moral to surely get rid of it, being guard with 2000 defense. That way only DUEA will attack directly, so he won't be able to soul charge for 5, but only for 4. The other option is to attack the set with something like Fire Hand. Sorry, with DUEA and Fire Hand attacks Labradorit. Mormello, sorry, Moral attack would attack directly, which means he could only soul charge for 3 then. But it's not really worth doing this, so we'd rather just surely do 1700 damage rather than hope this is not guard. We chose correctly. And now we have warning, 4 actually good cards, reactive cards for his 4 cards, which should mean that we win. Warning takes care of Soul Charge, and the other 3 should take care of almost anything else. He drew Dragon Shrine, gets to S-set rather than Tefnuit. He doesn't really care about his normal summon because he won't. This is the only option to even to normal summon this turn at all. So no need to go to Tefnuit. This way he also plays avoiding Bottomless and Horn. But I think actually summoning Tefnuit here would still be good, because you want Tefnuit to bait Bottomless and or Horn rather than your XYZ plays. He summons both Hieratics to bait as much as possible. We Horn the Su. He reveals his Dragon Shrine. Yeah, because he wants to get to Stardust first, of course. We don't care about either Blaster in main phase or Stardust, because all of these cards, Stardust can't negate any of these 3 cards. So we really don't care about him at all. We can Book of Moon him if he tries to attack, and then we do 3300 damage. That's exactly what we are thinking here, most likely. We could Warning this Soul Charge. Then we would book Stardust, attack him over him with Moral Tech, and only do 3300. That means it's not game yet, so he might top deck something, and he also has Blaster. So what we want to do rather is just prevent whatever attempts he'll be making and attack directly with something like Heartland Draco or Volcas. No, Heartland Draco, yes. He pays all but 300 of his life points, so that means we'll win. Actually, when he says he targets 4 with Soul Charge, then we decide we don't want to warning, to be exact. Gauntlet Launcher, it's warning most likely because it's the most non-reactive card here. So we'll surely pop another. We can either use Fiendish or Book on Sue and whatever rank 6 comes down last. It doesn't really matter what he hits. He hits Book. We set him, so no further plays from Burt, and we just show Heartland Draco and it's game. Okay, with this we won our second Exciton Elimination. And we can finally go to sleep. I liked Exciton Eliminations a lot if you had 6 hours or so to spare on late Saturday evening, but working afterwards on early Sundays was really hard. It really shows who can keep the concentration going for long. As for the deck, as I said before, it should work a lot better and is still my top 3 Artifact Traptrix combination, other than with card Ds and hands. That's basically it. So thanks once again for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.